Hello and welcome to the Other Side of Paradise podcast. Here today, I'm here with my special guest, Stephanie, and the Kwiklees.
We're here with Jared and Stephanie. Here for the show. We're here with Jared and Stephanie. We're gonna let it go. Well, it's Kate on the keyboard and the ukulele, and it's me, little Gary Lee, on the guitar. We're here with Jared and Stephanie, ready for the show. We're here with Jared and Stephanie. Hey, Kate, let's make it go, yeah. Hey. Yeah. Mama, hey. Oh.
Now we're ready for the show.
We were here on October 30th, but the audio was not. We're here to recreate that moment or two. We hope we've got that on the right spot. Well, we're here with Jared and Stephanie. We're gonna have a good show. Oh, yeah. We're here with Jared and Stephanie. We're here with Jared. We're here with Stephanie. We are the Kwiklees. We're ready for the show. Hello.
That was not what I was expecting as an
Me
introduction.
We weren't either.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well,
You're
was
talking about
pretty good.
recreating, but like we didn't do that last time.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. No, we cheated. No, we
cheated.
couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Well, thank
You mentioned the audio was out last time.
Yeah, we didn't know what happened, but we're here to kind of redo the show. That's wearing my Halloween shirt.
Yeah, it's a Halloween
So
flashback.
the bottom line is,
Yeah.
the bottom line is that we are here. This following program is a recreated simulation of October 30th.
Okay.
No names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Oh, okay.
Also, we will not have any tricks for you, but hopefully we will be having some treats. The candy's up to you. Here we are.
Yeah. I had the same issue with my past show. It was right after Halloween, too.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what caused it.
Oh.
The audio wasn't recorded at all.
It's the
So it was just me
technology
talking.
gremlins.
Yeah, it was just me talking
Yeah.
to myself for a solid hour.
Well,
until I had to
somebody
do
said
my-
if somebody was like a deaf person, they could probably have, had no problem.
The same amount of enjoyment. You're just looking at us, rocking out.
Yeah, it's not like they can read my lips. It's just the back of my head, too. So.
Yeah, right.
So here we are. Oh, hey guys,
Yeah,
Hi.
this is truly a pleasure. Thank
welcome.
you.
Pleasure to have you.
Yeah. So yeah, Stephanie's, I'm going to be honest, I've done a couple interviews, but I've never interviewed a band before. Stephanie, I don't think's interviewed
I've
anyone
never
before.
interviewed a single person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I've interviewed my parents
You've
for
only
school
inter-
projects.
You've never interviewed a single person. You've interviewed married people or what? No.
Yeah. I mean, have you been in an interview?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
yeah.
Thank you.
We are honored to be here for this momentous occasion.
I'm honored
Yeah.
to be here as well.
It's historic, really.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Or historic. Historic is she story. She.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I'm
her
gonna stop
historic.
there.
You're gonna go. It's her historic, yeah.
Yeah. In case anyone couldn't tell already, we've got Gary and Kate here
Hey.
with the Kwiklees. First of all, I had a problem typing in your name because I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, how'd you guys get your band name?
Well, people are thinking it's with a. It makes sense, Q, but it's
Yeah.
Kwiklees is with a K, and it's
Yeah.
like why did John Lennon say the Beatles is? Well, the Beatles, we've also make it like it was the BEA, not BE, Beatles, And I always thought that they picked the name the Beatles because beat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's
I
not
always
the
thought that, too.
case. And I thought that, when you're employed, you're an employee.
Yeah.
So if you play music, you're a beat toll, So I thought that would have been, but that wasn't the case. He just changed it. So
Just for the sake of just having
But
the name as the Beatles.
if you see the movie Hard Day's Night, they've got giant Beatles, I think, behind him on the stage. So
Really?
Whatever, yeah. So.
Wow.
Gary's a huge Beatles fan, and his
Right.
Beatles knowledge basically is bottomless. And
So I'm guessing your biggest influences are the Beatles.
Yeah, Beatles
definitely
and that
Gary.
era. It's like, you know, there's a lot of songs back then that just, I mean, the first two songs that really had to knock me out was not Beatles. There was a song by, it was called Down in the Boondocks. And another song called Oh Sweet Pea, Come On and Dance With Me. And those were played on, I love that stuff. And it's like I got into doing music and writing and everything else because of that stuff, you know. So my parents bought me my first Beatle album, which I still have.
Oh, that's nice.
That surprises me not at all, because you have also a true archivist's instinct. He's got, I would say artifacts is the right word. He's got artifacts from his own musical career, also the Beatles, also other influences. So, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them live?
The Beatles?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Beatles live?
No.
Yeah.
No, I never. Well, I did get a chance to sing for John Lennon's wife,
Really?
Cynthia Lennon, years
Oh,
ago. She was
wow.
here in town for a Beatles show, and I just came from a gig, and I had my guitar, this guitar with me. I just came from a gig, went to this. It was the tail end of this Beatles show, and Cynthia Lennon was there.
Wow.
And one of the guys says, "Come on!" And she says, "You got to play her song, you know." So during the day, they asked her, "What's your favorite song?" And she said, "There are places I remember in my life." Now we better not do it because the YouTube will cut it. So anyway, so that was what happened. So I got a chance to sing in my life her favorite John Lennon song. It was great. You know?
Wow.
I didn't do much of the accent because I figured this is the real thing. I'm not going to do that.
How could
Yeah.
you turn it off, though? I mean, it's got to be automatic for you at this point.
Well, I don't know. I'm talking now and I don't have the English accent. I mean, that's.
No, but when you sing the song, surely it's automatic.
Don't call me Shirley. No. You cannot do a Beatles song without doing. I cannot do a Beatles song without doing the voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't
yeah.
help it.
You gotta,
I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's in there deep.
I love their voices. I just love John and Paul's voices. They were the whole package.
Mm-hmm.
The Beatles were not just good writers. I mean, people say they hated the Beatles. They didn't hate the Beatles. They hated all the hoopla. But the music was that's the music that made them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, enough of me. What's happening here, Kate?
I don't know. We probably should play another song, yeah?
We should play a song.
Sure.
Let's play a
That'd be
legitimate
great.
Go
song.
ahead.
Do you want to just do Beware?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hang on, let me change my
sounds mysterious.
sounds. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're kind of recreating, hence the shirt.
Okay.
We're kind of recreating the Halloween Missing show. So we're
Okay.
going to do, we talked about it, some songs that we did on that show we'll do today.
Hey,
Okay.
before
sounds
we
good.
start, can I get a little bit more of microphone 4 in the headphones?
Microphone 4 and the headphones here.
Yeah.
There. Is that
Am I
good?
here?
No.
Yeah, that's way better. Thanks
Yeah,
very
I
much.
just got-
We kind of felt this
Thanks.
is kind of a Halloweenish kind of an edge to it. And so anyway, especially the beware. So I won't be wearing I won't be hearing you, but with the headphones at this
You-
point.
you got
I
headphones
probably
right there.
should. I
Just
probably
wear 'em.
should. Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
'Cause, okay. You've seen singers do this. They hold,
Yeah.
You gotta have it in there.
Okay.
Tell
All
me
right,
how
here we
it
go.
sounds.
This is a song that I originally had one verse for it. Beware of all the babies in their cradles. And I didn't know where to go with this. It's like, what do you do with this? So I turned into a song about paranoia. Beware of all the babies in the cradles when they're acting like there's something that they know. Beware of anybody staring at you when you know you didn't do a single thing. You'd rather be somewhere. That's right. Beware of all the stated good intentions when they're coming up from others you don't know. Beware of all those little invitations, don't you feel that they treat you like you're dead? You'd rather be elsewhere. That's right. Beware. Beware. Beware of all the chances passing by you when you think you'd really rather be alone. Beware of all those damn complications when you damn well know it complicates your head. You'd rather be somewhere. That's right. Beware. Ba 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 ba. Beware.
Well, that was
Wow.
amazing.
Truly brought back Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really spooky.
Yeah, speaking of Halloween, you know, I think we should do your little wolf song.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is another. So I didn't write the song for Halloween. I wrote it because my genre as a solo artist is a nerd folk.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is just a song about werewolves that I wrote. But we wanted to do it for Halloween, and I really like the version that we do together.
Yeah.
It's pretty different, and yeah, I wanted to make sure we do it on the air so people can listen to it, because we never, you know, it's a seasonal song, so it's not like, yeah, it's not like we're gonna do this all the time. So
Yeah.
This is the recreated show anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyone listening in who has a dog or one of those kind of critters in your house may want to be paying attention because it might set them off.
Oh my god.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I gotta get this back to the regular piano. There we go. Ah, much better. There we go. Ready? And. Can't remember where you were last night.
nice.
Yeah.
You really do. Both of you do.
Thanks so much. Yeah, no, we worked on that for about 5 minutes and said, yeah, let's put that in the rotation for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, maybe like more wolf noises, and Gary just ran with it, and it was
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
Just
So apologize to any of your dogs out there who are kind of going along with this. It might be when there's an ambulance in the neighborhood, and it might have done that to the animals. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
right.
apologize.
I don't think anybody minds because that was so beautiful.
Oh, hey, Jim.
Hey.
Well, I think we should get the other Halloween song out of the way. I've been open.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, before we get to that, you said you
Okay.
made that song like solo first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have like independent like careers outside of the band?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Great
Yeah.
question. Yes, we're both solo artists. Gary's got a bunch of groups. I have a few as well. And yeah, we're both solo artists.
And we should tell Cleveland Gary Lee is my Facebook page. If you go on YouTube and you'll see videos on there, and then Kate's going to be setting up a Kwiklees thing, a Facebook or something, right? A site.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe a Bandcamp page. Not
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
yet.
Bandcamp, yeah,
So-
whatever.
So we don't have any we don't have any music online yet, as this iteration of the Kwiklees. The Kwiklees has been around for a long time,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
am a new addition to it, and we're putting in some of my songs and
Mm-hmm.
putting things together. But yeah, everything we did on we've recorded our parts of an album on Gary's actual 4-track tape recorder in his music room.
Yeah.
The
And yeah, the legendary music room. And yeah, but all of those were songs that we wrote independently. We haven't written anything together.
Okay.
So this one is one that I wrote for my album, which is called 2018. I did a project last year where I wrote a song every week, and I put the best ones in an album. And it turns out if you write more than 40 songs, 16 of them are going to be pretty good. So, but I do nerd folk, so it's pretty different than what Gary does. But you know what? It works because we both have a bit of a silly streak for sure. So like I lean into it maybe a little bit harder, but yeah, Gary, you definitely have a bit of a silly streak.
You think so?
I do.
Well, both of you are so different. How'd you meet?
We met at a great open mic at the Negative Space Gallery. They do a open mic the last Saturday of every month. It's one of the only weekend open mics, which is great. Really eclectic, awesome spot. If you've never been there, it's down on the near east side of Cleveland. So we met probably as soon as I started going out, because Gary's a regular there. And then recently we discovered we're neighbors. We live really close together,
Wow.
as it turns out. So
And it was
yeah.
crazy too because they saw me playing. Sometimes I'll go play for like different festivals. It was the Air Show, I think they had the Air Show downtown.
Yeah.
And I grabbed a spot and I'm doing some music there, and I see her. And
It was
her
the Tall
husband.
Ships Festival, yeah.
Tall Ships, yeah. Her and her husband Ray were there, and they offered me a ride back to my car. And then I says, we gotta have you come. I gotta have you come over and sit in the music room. Well, the rest is history. She comes over, and then we should definitely do. The song that really started was, and we'll play it shortly, is "The Lights Are Bright in Downtown Hell."
Yeah, we
Okay.
should. That's
And-
also kind of Halloween-y,
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll do
Yeah.
that one. We gotta do that one. We gotta do the I was open first. We gotta do
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
And but no, so then she saw the music room, and I loved how she was into what she was hearing, and we did the harmonies. Well, we gotta do some recording. While the rest is history. So we're kind of rebuilding some history for you folks today.
Yeah.
And so
That's
we're gonna do
great.
this song. This is one of the songs that we did on the Limbo show. We shall call it Limbo Audio. This is another song. So those of you who were there watching it and couldn't hear it, here it is. Here it is. This is a song, the first year I couldn't go out for trick or treat, I was shattered. So the next year, I wrote this song during my dad gave me some money to buy some candy since I wasn't going out. And I wrote this song.
Wow.
But the first year it was my friend and I, and we went up to this house, and they said, save it for the kids, guys, because of our size. You see how tall they are nowadays? They're like basketball players. Anyway, long story short, so here's the song, created about a fictitious circumstance about a little corner store that was vandalized on Halloween. I was open on Halloween night, and the ghosts and goblins warned me of the day. Still I was open on Halloween night, little people have given me pain. You know where, baby. And I knew damn well that night was all a game. I don't see how I had to be born, cause I'm out of business and I've got no home, and the people say my mind is gone insane. I wish those people all would go away.
Wow.
That was great.
You said
Oh my
you
God.
made that song after you couldn't go trick or treating.
Yeah, the
first time?
following year. Yeah, not
Wow.
the same night. Yeah.
So this has
But-
got to be a pretty old song. No offense, but like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's really exciting to pull out songs that were written back then, currently, whatever. Like our latest album is called Dozen Does It.
Yeah.
There's 12 songs. Okay.
And that's because I had to limit it to 12 because Gary wanted to just keep going.
Yeah, I had at least 16 or so, and so I said,
Wow.
okay, we're gonna cut it down to 12. So we made it 12, and Dozen Does It. So we thought if we can get a Jack Frost Donuts or somebody behind us, and then somebody could show up there with a copy of the Quicklees album, and they'll give them a free donut. Who knows? But
Wow.
anyway, so
Dozen.
but Dozen Does It is the name of the album, and I got the songs I have on there. There's songs from way back when. There's newer ones. We got to play. She Will Never Take You Back. That's one of the newer ones.
Yeah.
And but I think we should do The Lights Are Bright in Downtown Hell.
I think so, too.
Because this is what started it. And then we'll play the song that we started 1920.
Yeah, sure.
That's the first song we put on the album. Then we realized, we want to continue going with this album. So this is what, picture the music room, and Kate comes in there singing for the first time, and she hears this song, and she's, okay, here we go. The lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can tell. And everybody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. The lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can tell. And everybody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. I've often wondered of my destiny and where the devil I would be. The life I live is the life I give, but I don't give, so I don't live. Everybody, the lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can't tell. And nobody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. I haven't cared myself, I'm lost anymore. I've often begged people to open the door. They say I'm so bad, they turn me down. And so a bad guy, I roam around. Everybody, the lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can't tell. And nobody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. And though impossible, I talk from the earth. My soul is in hell, the place of my birth. And so I talk to you, my fellow man, that if your life is bad, you're sure to be damned. Everybody, the lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can't tell. And nobody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. The lights are bright so I can't tell. And nobody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. One more time. The lights are bright in downtown hell. The feelings are dark, so I can't tell. And nobody just don't wanna cry, but everybody just wants to die. But everybody just wants to die. But everybody just wants to die.
That's really catchy.
And I didn't break any strings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you break strings last time?
No, well, sometimes a song like that, it's possible.
No. It was a pretty quick song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. You're putting harmonies in there, yeah. That's what she was doing, you know.
Yeah.
And then we dug out the 4-track, and we this is what started it. So this is kind of cool. We're recreating history here for them. And it's like,
bit.
then this is what started the whole does it thing. And then I decided Kwiklees is now going to be known as Kate Quickly, you know. Oh, and as far as the name Kwiklees, it's like when it first started back in early 2000 something, we actually recorded the album in a studio in Strongsville in one day.
Wow.
All the songs.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty quickly, you know. And then I went in and did the vocals the next day, or did all of them. And so, and then what I love about working with Kate is she's a quick learn. She learns real quick, and so she's worthy of the quickly. I mean, without a doubt, So,
Yeah,
but
speedy.
so this little tune is one we did. We're trying to recreate some of the songs that were not heard last time.
Yeah.
And so this is one of the ones we did because Lovey asked us. She says, "So, what was the first song you guys did?" She said something like that, and this is the first one we recorded. So this is called 1920, and Kate has an alternate title for this, which is.
Yeah, I think of it as being called Sex on the Beach.
And there's a part where
God.
she's going. I picture in the video like la 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 la, like she's she or the lady's laying on the beach and she's like her
yeah.
like that on the sand. Oh yeah, it'd be a great video. It'd really be great.
That's an interesting name for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna call it 1920.
Okay.
I like it.
By the ocean side, I want you loving me. Jump in the water spine. The sky is nice and clear. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Time for hide and seek. I'm looking out for you, and even though you hide, I'm trying best to do. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Everybody's searching rainbows, searching for one in the line. Everybody's seeing a rainbow coming from my place tonight. And now the day is gone, and I keep watching you. We've had our day of fun, and we know what to do. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. searching for one in line. Everybody says a rainbow coming from my place tonight. Now the day is done, and you keep watching me. We know the night is on. The best is yet to be.
Wow. That was good.
It was really good.
Nice.
I like-
And it's like that era, 1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
One of
The
those where
roaring
the
20s.
title does not appear in the lyrics, but
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's cool.
So, what would you like to ask us, or what would you want?
I know she's on the list.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
list
I
there.
have
You-
a
you-
list.
you have things that you want to say?
You
or
have a
ask?
list too.
Yeah, but I don't need a list.
Wow.
You
Show
just gotta
off.
make it, you just gotta make it like a
Shade
conversation.
has been
Come on.
thrown at me. Oh my
bit.
Yeah, a little
god, that's
Yeah,
so
just tossed
mean.
it right over.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Well, you got to really, since this is the first time, you want to kind of hone her in on
it's
this.
okay. I don't mind. I like talking to people, and I like
Cool.
talking, so why not?
Sure.
Okay. So,
I think she has our song list.
no, I don't. Is there any hidden meaning behind any of your songs?
Hidden meaning.
Yeah.
Well, we have one song we play that has a hidden meaning. It's a secret meaning.
Can
Can't
you
tell
share
us.
it with us?
Yeah.
I cannot. I can share
Aw.
some of the guests. I have fun keeping that song a secret. The song's
Okay.
called Fuzzy Hell. Most of our songs are pretty clear what they're about, and they're not necessarily autobiographical, right? Sometimes they're
Definitely
just
not.
stories. But Fuzzy Hell is a song I wrote after a very specific experience, and I keep it pretty close. I shared with Gary what the song is about because we were gonna play it together. But I always solicit guesses when I play it.
Yeah.
Say what do you think it's about?
What are some of your favorite guesses?
So one of my favorites is Fuzzy Hell is about living with cats, and
Oh my God.
that's a really good guess. I really appreciated that guess.
Wow. Crazy cat lady.
Yeah, but that's not correct. It's not
Yeah.
even close. What's the guess we had recently about what it was about?
Oh, I don't. It's in there somewhere.
One of my favorite guesses is someone said, "Is it about installing fiberglass insulation?" And
That's a little random.
it's
Yeah.
actually by far the closest to being
Really?
correct. I would
Oh my
say
God.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that is the
honestly
closest,
it's
yeah.
close enough that I almost like give credit for it. It's like that's pretty close. It's not. I mean, it's not about
Wow.
installing fiberglass insulation, but that's like very much in the spirit of what the song's about.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Well, maybe if we play it for you, you guys can
Yeah.
you guys can take a guess at what it's about.
I think we should
Okay.
do that.
All right.
Definitely.
And this will definitely feature Kate's wonderful vocal pipes, without a doubt. So here we go.
Good.
Hang on.
I thought ahead. I got my lyrics here.
Yeah. I really ought to get a regular strap for this thing so I can just. Yeah, no. Don't need that. All right.
All right, here we go.
This fuzzy hell, this fabulous inferno. Whoa, I think it's swell.
Wait. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Oh, I can think of so many things that could be about. Like,
Got any guesses?
You gonna tell him?
no.
No.
Um,
If I tell them, I tell everyone.
yeah. Tell us after the show, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it about maybe removing carpet from an old house?
Also, an excellent guess. Really, really top-notch, excellent guess. But no.
Like, I was thinking, like, maybe the furnace is broken and it's really hot in the house, and, like, 27 little patches of carpet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
You are
What do you
absolutely
think?
on the right track, but not correct.
What do you think?
I have no idea. I didn't see anything relating to a house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, you're definitely on the right track in that there are very specific details. All the verses are like completely literal. There's no metaphors anywhere.
Yeah, I was going for like a
Completely
more
literal.
metaphorical meaning.
No,
No,
I was
Yeah.
trying to
it's
get
not.
more
It is-
literal.
Oh my god.
100%.
I was trying to be literal.
The only part that's metaphorical is the fact that it was not actually literally hell. But everything else is 100% literal. So
Fuzzy hell.
it's
What
just
could
what
be
does all
fuzzy
that
hell?
add up to?
Okay,
Feel
let's
it
see.
burn with the hood over my head.
Oh.
Smoke will rise.
Car.
Oh,
Point
car.
of my despair.
Yeah.
Nope, not your car.
Ah.
It's not
Because I remember
about.
like
No
those old
call-in
cars.
questions. No. Or answers.
Yeah.
I won't tell.
I'll never tell.
No.
I'll never tell.
You can't-
Please.
You can't
You're
make me
tearing
talk.
you're
Is
tearing
it
my
about a
fingers off.
house?
No.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
remember
dang.
like those old cars always have like the fuzzy carpeting everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always so weird to me.
Yeah, so this is all very much in the spirit of it. It is about like doing work. It's about work that you're doing that's frustrating, right?
Oh.
It's just a matter of what that work is
Well-
that makes all these details fit together.
Oh.
In light of the answer,
Flashing
I
red
guess you're not
lights.
about to have them led astray.
You're right. I would not want them to be led astray.
No.
Wow,
No.
that's far too subtle, Gary. Send people way on the
Wait.
wrong.
Do I have to explain it to you on the way
Flashing
home?
red
No.
You got
no,
it.
I get it. I just don't think that's going to be a helpful hint.
You know what? I think, you're asking about, okay, first of all, we got to do She Can Never Take You Back.
Okay.
Okay, this is not autobiographical. Okay, like I said, we write songs for whatever. Some of them are. I mean, the lights are bright in Downtown Hill is not autobiographical, but the Halloween song "I Was Open" is. But this
Well.
one is just a nice little tune. Traveling through the canyons of your heart, I could never understand why you're sitting around for the phone to ring. She couldn't ever take you back. She couldn't ever take you back. Stop you thinking you can try to be more than you can give, while still waiting around for that phone to ring. She couldn't ever take you back. She couldn't ever take you back.
She's gone.
Never take you back. Never take you back. Never take you back now. Thinking you can love more than you can. She only wanted your heart to be true. Do you but your phone will ring. She could never take you back. She will never take you back. No, no, no. She can never take you.
Oh, I threw you a curveball there. I was supposed to go one more. She can never take it back.
No.
Okay.
You don't have to admit that. You could make it sound like I'm the one who messed up. That'd be
No,
fine.
no, no. That was my error.
Ah,
I didn't make the error last time. Yeah.
sounded good to me though.
Yeah, it sounded fine.
Thanks,
Yeah.
especially if you never heard before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So.
Yeah, but like I get what you mean, where it doesn't have to be autobiographer, like telling about yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it could just be about something
Well,
else.
how many? I think there's a lot of songs with that. Where like when John Lennon sang "Nowhere Man," he was referring to himself.
Yeah.
And when but some songs, I don't know how many artists you think out there are just writing songs for the sake of they're writing them for just to write the song for. There's somebody out there you're writing a song for them because they can relate to it.
Yeah, I mean that's how like a lot of like pop music is, I would say nowadays.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I wrote a really pretty love song because I love you, and it's that I was asked on a interview on the Case Western station years ago.
WRUW?
No, WUBC or whatever, WBUC or
Well,
anyway. But,
It's now WRUW.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
but it was Case,
Okay.
and they asked me about Because I Love You, and I says, well, it's a simple man's love song for those. It's like you write songs for people who can't say it the right way.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I think that's probably the majority of what we do. We write for them,
Yeah.
rather than for us.
Yeah.
But the treat is that these are our children when you write a song. You know?
Yeah.
That's our children. It's like when you think about the concept of writing, how astonishing it is that you're creating something that has life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I told Kate one of the greatest thrills would be that somebody for a birthday or for Christmas gives a copy of your album to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really nice. And you enter their psyche. You enter their lives.
Yeah, that's
you know?
real honest intentions.
Yeah.
Instead of like just going out of like money and create with like making
And this
music.
is music for the sake of
Yeah.
music. It's like so many people out there. When I was in Nashville, I saw a lot of people were just kind of like, gee, don't I sound good? Don't I look pretty? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always been into music for the sake of music. I love doing music. We love doing music.
We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what else are we going to do? Plumb somebody's sink, which I could stand right now. My sink is currently blocked up.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
But no,
Yeah, my
it's just,
trash.
we do music because I'm not close enough to this thing. We do music because we love doing it. It's
Yeah.
simple. Music for the sake of music.
Yeah, we do it because it's fun.
Yeah,
Do it because we love it.
sure.
Do you guys ever get anxious when you're singing?
No.
Really? Never?
No. Not anymore.
You mean to get, I don't know, anxious. What do you mean by anxious?
Like, do you ever get the jitters or stage fright whenever you're
No,
singing?
No.
I don't. I'm beyond that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I was just reflecting on this recently, actually. I was, I played a short set at Brothers last night, and a friend came out to see me, which was very, very sweet. And afterwards, she's like, let's go sing karaoke, right? Which I don't do anymore, right? I've done it once in the last 5 years or so. And when I had gone this one time I had been in the last 5 years or so, I did feel something. I felt a little bit of panic again for the first time in many years, because I was going to do a song I had never rehearsed, right? I'm going to be on stage and do something
Right.
I'd never rehearsed. But yeah, no, last night at this karaoke bar, I felt nothing.
I think
felt
I
a
was a little-
calm, tranquil,
I think
peaceful.
I was a little anxious for Fuzzy Hill.
Yeah, you get anxious sometimes.
you know, it's like I gotta do this right. This is her of the songs that she's presented. That's the hardest song. There's
It
the
is
most
quite difficult,
the-
yeah.
There's the most lyrics to it.
Yeah.
And it goes various places, and I want to make sure. I think I did it right.
You
I think
did.
I
You
got all-
absolutely did. You
I
nailed
got all
it.
the parts. Yeah.
The it has an unconventional structure, and
Yeah. And there's
has a
chords I
key
play.
change in it, which is crazy for me.
I don't even know the name of the chords. Some of the chords I play, I don't know. I can't explain why I don't do it. Why didn't the Beatles know how to read music? You know, they probably did
didn't?
later in years.
Oh,
I saw a picture of Paul McCartney with a comic book open up in front of it. He was sitting at a piano. I said, "That's for me." You know, because I think it's more if you're taking theory in music and learning why does it work, then you're kind of taking some of the magic out of it. You
Yeah.
kind of if you don't know what you're doing, kind of in a way, if you're not following the program, you have places you can go with it that otherwise you're not regimented to follow. Well, that just isn't done.
Mhm,
Ray
yeah.
Harryhausen did all the animation movie, stop motion films, Jason and the Argonauts. He was irritated when people wanted to file all this stuff. They wanted to know how he did it. Well, it takes away some of the magic, and it does. You know,
Yeah.
do you have to know why it is to appreciate it?
Yeah.
You don't have
Right.
to. You know.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm a somewhat trained musician. I don't have a degree in music, but like I did music in school. I took piano lessons as a kid. I read music. I read sheet music. I read tabs, and you know, I did choir and band. And I did all of that. But like, I know when I work with musicians who weren't formally trained, they will do things that I would never think to do because I'm on a rail, right?
Yeah.
And I have a hard time getting off of that rail, as opposed to someone who was not trained. You know, you're looking at your hands going, oh, what chord is this? I don't know. It's like a D plus this thing. And like, just like, we got to experiment, figure out what that is.
I've
But-
never been a good hand. The lead guitarist in another band, he'll say, "Here's the chord." I can't see. I just see a mass of flesh. You know. I don't
yeah.
know. It's just,
Well, and that's the thing, too, about me playing ukulele rather than guitar, is that you can't glance over at my hands and say, what's she playing right now? Because
Uh-huh.
we use the same chord shapes, but they are completely different things. It's
Right.
actually quite confusing for people who are used to collaborating that way, right? You just glance over at the other guitarist's hands and say, oh, that, I can do that. But
Yeah.
it will definitely lead you astray between these two instruments. It's kind of a...
I mean, my sister, I think it was like 2 years now. She wanted a guitar for her birthday and learn how to play.
Mhm.
Never touched it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It now
really?
sits in my room. Sometimes I pick it up and play it, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I just strum at it.
Yeah.
Nope, maybe I'll learn. You know, I've got on my list of courses for next semester of,
Sure.
you know, guitar.
Well, the hardest
for-
thing to ever get involved with, in my experience with a guitar, is that little thing right there. That little finger is the one that's the hardest
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get. Pay attention now. That's the one that's the most trouble. And bar chords is something that's like, you gotta use the flesh of your finger there to make the bar chord instead of using. That's why they use capos, I guess. But capos sound great because they actually change the sound of the instrument. You know.
Yeah, I know.
It's also a cheater for instead of transposing all the chords. Just I'll play the same chords, just put the capo on there.
Yeah, no, I have absolutely no shame about that. I'll use a capo.
Yeah, I use a capo
instead.
too.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, for any beginner who's struggling with guitar, I highly recommend this little beauty. It's so much easier. It's only got 4 strings. Even Guitar Hero has 5 buttons. Think about that, right?
Ooh.
It's easier than Guitar Hero. The strings are nylon, so they're a lot friendlier. And
It always hurts my fingers.
yeah, oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is. I mean, you don't even really hardly get calluses playing this thing, and I hardly ever have to use my pinky. 3 fingers is pretty
Of
much
course.
all I ever have to do because I only have 4 strings.
So there you go.
So-
Ukulele's the way to go.
Right. The only problem is that it sounds like plinky plink, right?
Yeah.
It has a little plinky plink sound. But you can get around that too. I
Sure.
received as a gift last Christmas from my in-laws, which proves that they really love me, right? That they gave me a fully electric ukulele, which has steel strings, but it's just like this. It's about the same size. You can run it through a distortion pedal. You can like fuzz it up. You can do. I mean, you can make it sound like it's not a plinky plink instrument.
Yeah.
So anyway, not to discourage anyone from learning guitar, but if you're struggling, consider a ukulele. It can do almost everything a guitar can do,
And I don't know, I would imagine-
it's a lot easier to learn.
I would imagine, as far as learning guitar, if you're going to learn guitar, probably might be better to learn if you're talking guitar, maybe the one with the nylon strings, maybe.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
some
classical
people,
guitars have nylon
if you
strings.
some learn to play on electric guitar. And I don't know if that's the greatest idea because that's going to have more tendency of cutting your fingers up
Yeah,
a bit. Maybe
definitely.
It's going to be a little more to take. But nylon would be a good way to break in.
It definitely makes a difference to start playing on nylon, just because you don't have the
Yeah.
fatigue and you can practice for longer, and you don't have your first practice session and then go, oh, well, I'm not doing this for a week because my fingers hurt.
Not to mention nylon is not as loud as steel, so maybe if you're kind of awkward, like,
Yeah, don't want to
I'm going to start out now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a good point. If you string it up with nylon, you can get a plinky plink sound out of a guitar, too.
Sure.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can do.
Thing is, I don't even know like if the strings that I have are making the right sound. Like I'm not even sure the guitar is tuned. I just do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely step 0 right there.
Yeah.
Just make sure your guitar
When my dad rehearsed, retired from where he used to work years and years ago, we all chipped in and got him a guitar. This is a Sigma Martin, so we got him a guitar just like this. I went up and played at remember the Ground Round? It was
No.
this before your time. There was a place called Ground Round. It's a restaurant. And we went up there, and the family got together, and we all chipped in to buy this acoustic guitar for him. So I played a song, played a set, and I went over and handed the guitar to Dad and says, "Here, Dad, But as far as I know, he never played it.
Yeah.
I mean, when he died, I got the guitar. I play guitar over at church at St. Augustine's. It's over there. That's where I keep it to play. You know, so it's got a new life that he never gave it. So
I did the same thing. I got my dad a ukulele a long time ago, and he loves it. He plays it. He
good.
he learns covers on it. He doesn't write, but he writes a little. He actually wrote the bridge to one of my songs. I came to visit one time, and he's like, "Hey, I wrote a little thing for one of your songs."
what did you think?
I loved it. I use it. I definitely
okay.
use it for sure. But yeah, I dragged him out to an open mic with me because I was like, you play a lot. It's fun to go out and perform.
Yeah.
And so I dragged him out to come to this open mic with me, and I played, and he hated it. He had such a bad time. I felt so bad because he got the stage fright, right? He got he got so anxious. He got so anxious, and everyone's so friendly. The music community is so great. This was in Cincinnati where he lives, but it's the same there as it is here. It's just like everyone's so supportive, and no one walked away thinking, well, that was a waste of 10 minutes of my time. Like no one thinks like that. Like, oh, that was nice. We saw someone for the first time. But yeah, he'll never do it again. He had such a bad time.
One of the only times I can recall feeling anxious was they had a Beatles show here at a Beatle convention 3 years in a row down at the Nautica. It used to be the Nautica stage down in the flats. And there was the finals, the Beatle finals, and to go up there to waiting my turn behind stage, I actually got a slight dizzy thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
And
I believe that. That was high stakes.
I felt, I mean, this is, whoa, I was okay when I went up there. But it's like, I never forgot that. It's like, gee, am I going to faint all of a sudden? So, but no, it generally doesn't happen.
No.
When you're presenting something to somebody that you're going to give them, that you enjoy, they're going to enjoy, you don't have much room to be anxious.
Yeah. The only thing is, like you said, sometimes when we play Fuzzy Hell, you get it. I get it on some of our songs too. When you're not 100% on something, you get the panic comes back just a little bit.
Gray area.
Like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, here we go. Whew.
Yeah, then there's some songs it's like, no problem, we'll rip through this thing, and one of the songs, Running the Time Away, fits that well.
Yeah, definitely.
Running the Time Away is it's a real rock and roller, but it's lyrically, it's certainly not going to put me on the map. But I wrote it when I was a kid. I was 15 years old when I wrote it. I didn't have music. I wrote like 100 songs before I even knew how to play an instrument. And I recorded all this stuff a cappella. The instrument I played, boom, 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 boom. My mouth was doing all the guitar pieces, and I had a plastic guitar, and I have it hanging in my music room. This the first guitar. I used it as a percussion. I was hitting it like the percussion. That's what was my, But
Wow.
Running the Time Away was from those days, and it's energy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just it's a blues and E, and it's got some lyrics, but basically it just cooks because you put a bunch of energy into it, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then you put your little vocal thing, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I have fun doing the vocals
Of
on
course.
Running the Time Away. I have fun with that one. Do you want to play that one now?
Running the Time Away?
That's why I took my instrument off. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. For those of you out there who may not like this song, for those of you who don't understand this song, there's nothing to... Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I played this song over at the West Side Market. Go out there and, play
I
this.
love the West Side Market.
I went there and I was just playing on the corner. And there was I'll never forget this. This just happened recently. There was a mother and her daughter, and when I'm doing this song, they're doing like a little run to it. I says, there you go. They like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here it is. Again, lyrically, don't have a heck of a lot to say, but see what you think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Running the time away. Running the time away. Running is the thing I always do. Running the time away. Running the time away. Running just the same as yesterday. Running the time away. Oh, running the time away. Running is all I do. Running is all I do. All I do is run.
run, run. All I do is run, 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 run. The time away. Yes, I'm running, 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 running time away. Oh, yeah, I'm running, 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 running time away. Running is all I do. Running is all I do. All I do is run, 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 run. All I do is run, 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 run. All I do is run, 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 run. The time
It was good to me.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I like it.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, you wrote it for yourself, and someone else
Yeah.
likes it, then that's
Yeah,
good.
and it was from the. I have the original recording of that, and it's there was no music to it. So hey, putting music to it and the chords and all the stuff really gives it a zip, you
Yeah.
know, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, but we do have at least one fan who does not like this song. So,
Oh.
you know,
Aw.
we'll just keep playing it until she changes her mind.
Anyway, it's just fun.
It'll, you know, it could grow on you.
Sure it does.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it, though, because it's
Yeah.
fun to sing. That's why I like
It is fun. Speaking of fun, do you guys have any guilty pleasure songs that you like to sing?
Ooh. I mean, Gary probably does.
Guilty pleasure. Now explain it to me.
Like, how do I explain guilty pleasure songs?
I don't know. You have it written on the.
How would you?
I didn't write that.
How would
No,
you?
okay.
How would you say what guilty pleasure? What exactly?
I'm thinking like a cover of a song that,
Yeah.
like, you'd be a little embarrassed to let people know that you had fun covering that song because it's a song that's not cool.
Like, if you like
Oh.
covering Barbie Girl.
Yeah, that would
That's
be
a
a
guilty
guilty pleasure
pleasure.
song for
One
sure.
of the- I don't know.
Yeah.
This is definitely a 180-degree turn from what you're saying, but I'm kind of slightly concerned that I'm doing these gender songs, and she's like, I'll say, you know, there's a song we have called Just Another Face in Line, you know, and I'm talking about the guy. It's a guy song, you know,
Right.
and she's singing the same thing, but we figure we don't care, you know. I mean, there's she's not singing, she's singing it with me. She's you know, if I'm singing a song to a girl, she's joining in saying with me to that girl, you know, whatever. So,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
it's-
Right.
Right.
But that doesn't fit the guilty pleasure. I'm not, you know, pulling away from that, but I don't know.
I don't really have a guilty pleasure song that I like to cover, but I do have kind of like very an odd pleasure song I like to cover. It's I do a sad ukulele cover of the Immigrant Song. That's kind of fun. It's like it's very, very slow and very sad and
I don't
like
I don't know if this would fit the realm, you know, the guilty pleasure thing. A
Uh-huh.
song that I played that might be taken the wrong way is the one from way back when. It's called "Oh Dear You Look Appealing When You're Hanging from My Ceiling."
oh yeah, I know this one.
I do not.
I have no clue what you're talking
Sounds
about.
Suggestive.
It's so catchy. I heard it like the first time I heard it at an open mic before we ever started working together. I was like, yes, I was toe tapping. I was singing along from the audience.
Again,
it was
it's
awesome.
But that's kind of like you know, this might be perceived as what? What is this perceived as? Like the other song, "Drown Me in the Waves of Your Love" that we have on Does It.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, drown me in the waves. It sounds sadistic. Drown me, kill me. You know, no, but
Yeah.
it's you know, put me in ecstasy, being in the waves of your love. That's, you know, but,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's kind of a guilty pleasure.
That sounds romantic.
yeah.
The "Oh Dear You Look Appealing When You're Hanging from My Ceiling."
Yeah.
You know, that's.
I get that. Yeah, for sure.
What about?
I have it in my head right now. It's so catchy. I love
Are we
it.
supposed to do it? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
You
I don't
guys can
know.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's do it. I'll just sing on it. Whatever.
This is another one that doesn't have a lot of lyric to it, but this is from those days of the teenage days, you know. Yeah. So, but this is a kicker with a band. I have some recordings of it with a band, and it's real simple. It's hang on. This is definitely a string breaker.
Oh no.
If I don't break a string, we're doing real good.
Awesome.
Give me your, in case you feel like joining in, you never know. Okay. I will make sure not to scream in the microphone. Here we go. Oh, do you look appealing when you're hanging from the ceiling? Oh, do you look appealing when you're hanging from the ceiling? You are a good light every night, and when I go to bed, I keep you in my head. Oh, do you look appealing when you're hanging from the ceiling? Or do you look appealing when you're hanging from my ceiling? You are a good light every night, and when I go to bed, I keep you in my head. Oh, all right. You look appealing when you're hanging from my ceiling. Oh yeah, oh, do you look appealing when you're hanging from my ceiling? You are a good light every night, and when I go to bed, I keep you in my head. Oh.
No
Yeah.
strings broken. Yay.
I like that one.
Sounds
catchy.
appealing.
That sounds
Well, you
catchy.
know what it is. It was
funny.
just because there's some people write songs. It's like, oh dear, you look. I have a song called Beverly Foreverly. Mm-hmm. So it's oh dear, you look appealing when you could have said it in. Oh dear, you look appealing when you're painting in my. I don't know, whatever it is. You know, it's just a thing of sound.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
sometimes you make things happen to your characters just based on the rhyme, just for the
Right.
sake of a good rhyme or good meter. That song has really good meter too.
Mm-hmm. And there's different parts of it. It's like when I did it with a band. I had a band way back when of three of us, and we played a Memorial Day jam in somebody's backyard, and we played that song and some other stuff, and we were called the All American No Bass Ball Bust Band. We had no bass. We had two guitars and a drum, and it worked. You know, we did
Yeah.
that. That's a real kicker version. I think it's actually posted on YouTube. I actually had the guilty pleasure of posting on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's on there. That same recording with the three of us. It's really wow. It's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I could see it getting cranked up
oh yeah.
to 11 for sure.
What else you got on there, Stephanie? About you got
Oh,
other?
I have a lot.
I mean, if it's not a guilty pleasure, what's your favorite song to cover?
Oh yeah.
I don't do a lot of covers. I don't.
Well, good for you.
I like doing
That's good.
What about your favorite just
Yeah.
song to sing?
to just sing.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Hell, obviously.
Obviously, that's for clearly the most fun that I have singing for sure. No, I like to sing along to Adele and challenge myself.
Yeah.
To be like, I don't know. I tend to treat. It's hard to turn off the like technical mindset to be like, oh, I'm trying to improve myself as a vocalist instead of just singing with abandon.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely a few. Like okay, so I have some road trip songs when my husband and I are driving around that, when they come on, it's just like, you just scream it as loud as you can and you don't care how you sound.
Yeah.
Like that song, gosh, I don't even know whose song it is. It's been so long since I actually looked. I know nothing else by this person, but it's that song, It Feels Like I'm Just Too Close to Love You. We only knew about it because they used it in like an Internet Explorer ad or something. We're like, okay, well, Internet Explorer is dumb, but that song was great. So we had looked up. Every time it comes on in the car, we're just like screaming it at the top of our lungs. It has like a huge bass drop. Anyway,
It's just
You
another
look
one
up-
of those
you'll get
good
it.
songs
Yeah.
you don't know the name to.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the name of it. I just don't know who does it. That's embarrassing.
I
But
wouldn't
you
even-
do you do a lot of covers. Gary's got a cover band, so
Yeah, I mean, my band, the Echoes, we played together for many, many years. We started out in a studio doing originals, and Kate just heard a couple of them on the way here on the.
Yeah, they were great.
And we were going to be starting, but it went backwards. We were supposed to start with doing originals and put some covers in there, but it went backwards. We started playing out, and there's this mentality with some of the musicians. I don't know how many. You can't be playing original material. People got to dance to it, and they don't know the originals, blah, blah, blah. And, I think music as a whole is one of the most misunderstood mediums. I think the average listener wants to hear your own stuff. I mean, they'd prefer to hear it. But there's this mentality if the bar owner looks and if they're not dancing to it, but, hey, they're dancing to originals. I've seen it happen, And art, painting, they're not painting somebody else's work. They're painting their own stuff. You build an empire on cookies. You made your own recipe. You're not following so and so's recipe.
Yeah.
But music
Right.
has this whole thing about you're supposed to not play any or hardly any original material. And it's just, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think when I was in Nashville, the last times I was there was this guy talking to somebody. We ain't gonna let nobody from out of town get ahead of us. I said, and I didn't have the nerve to go up and say,
it's ghost applause.
I didn't have the nerve to say, well, is it possible your songs aren't cutting the mustard? Maybe that's why you're
Wow.
not getting discovered. But there's this thing about original material, and it's like, to me, that's separating the men from the boys, the women from the girls. It's like, we love doing. I mean, if I had my
Yeah.
way, I would do only original material all this time.
Yeah.
But because I was doing the Beatles stuff, and I got a career and all of that, and it's all they want to hear. They do. Well, there's John guy, and
It is extremely popular. I watched Gary tear the roof off of one of our neighborhood haunts.
yeah, and we're going to be
Yeah.
there this Friday at the Academy Tavern on Larchmere. We're going to be there, the two of us, doing it again. So.
If you're on the Near East Side, you should check it out. These two rock so hard, and yeah, it's mostly Beatles covers,
Yeah.
not original music, but oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they rock.
And we
so
slip an
hard.
original or two in there that he knows.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is cool,
Yeah.
But you'll get the whole bar singing. It's
yeah.
awesome. It's really cool. If you haven't gone out to a live show in a while, this would be a great choice. Friday at Academy Tavern. Go see Gary Lee.
I know down in Menor at the Menor Rocks. Have you ever been there or heard of it? They made this giant auditorium just outdoors down in Menor by the fire department and everything. People love going there.
Yeah.
Like over the summer, they have a ton of events and everything. Mostly cover bands, but like
Yeah.
people there just love it.
Yeah, it is kind of sad, like what you're talking about, where if you want to make a living as an independent musician,
Yeah.
probably you should be playing covers. But yeah, it reminds me of Lock 3 in Akron. I used to live in Akron, and it's a hugely popular concert venue, but every weekend they have a not just a cover band, a tribute band, right? They have someone who's like, we are we're just gonna play Queen all night, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of what
that's
kind of what
exactly.
your Beatles
happens.
group is.
I'm
Honestly, you
currently,
guys,
my
you
band,
could
my
both
band,
go.
The Echoes. I'm currently taking all these recordings I have. I have a lot of recordings and some videos and stuff, and I'm going to put all together in a great big package called The Echo of the Echoes. Now, this thing would
Which is a great title.
Yeah.
this would sell. People, there's a lot of people out there who'd love to have this, but I can't do that. Do you know why I wouldn't be able to do it?
Copyright.
No, why?
Yeah, because of copyright. How are you
Yeah,
going to get
really?
in touch with all these people? And, it's like it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
So I only have to. If anybody wants a copy of it, I have to say, well, here, try to make arrangements to make copies. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't post it on YouTube.
no, definitely not. We know that.
It'd be nice for any of our viewers if they want a copy, they can come up and see you.
Yeah. If you guys get messages, you can you can pass along to Gary. You can get some copies made. The
Yeah,
Echoes.
that'd be nice.
I mean,
That's
we
cool.
can give you a copy of this recording, and then you can use the songs that you played in here if you want.
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah.
Well,
That'd
this
be
gets,
great. That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah.
This is probably my 14th time.
It's precisely his 14th time.
14th
We've been
time,
keeping
yeah.
track.
So I've got all the stuff that I've downloaded from the computer onto a DVD disc and stuff. It's fun watching it.
Yeah.
It's, and then I make a note of what songs I didn't play and so I don't repeat myself too much. But today we can repeat because we didn't have the audio the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoever, whatever,
The technology gremlins took it
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we decided to give technology a kick in the behind, and we decided to come back and try to recreate the show. But we've even done better.
Yeah, totally.
This
Yeah.
is the better show
done-
than the other one.
I think both of
whoa.
your vocals are amazing. Like, I was lost in all of your songs. I just have to say, like, I'm now a fan.
Oh,
So-
excellent.
Yeah.
We have a fan.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Count me in.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's just we love doing. Like I said, we just there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's more music than I have that'll outlive my lifetime. Sadly,
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff that it would be nice to have it out there. There's only
Yeah.
two people I know on this planet who they're kind of simple people, and they wanted a copy of all my stuff, all of it, and I gave it to them. And I made them a CD of there's like 30 some discs.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They're like an hour a piece.
I can't believe you
Of
got it
material.
down to 30 some discs. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Well, I didn't get all because there's been
I
stuff
saw
since
you
then.
with a series of 12 discs, and that's
Oh.
like only
Yeah.
5 years of production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But,
that's
but
a
they
lot.
got everything. They got the good, the bad, and the ugly. They got the stuff, that's like the early stuff and all that. But the point I'm making is that, it's they have a copy of this and they still listen to it. This has been years since they've had, it, and they still listen to it. They ask me questions about it, and I said, well, don't let this get out there because this is stuff that's not supposed to be out there. Whatever. But it really is. There's so much stuff that we want to try to get out there of our stuff, and just this is going to be a good collection, does it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It's got.
I'm
it's
excited
got
about
some,
it.
Some good stuff in there.
Oh, and just interrupt a little bit, but the ghost was Tim.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Is he telling
Aw.
us? Are we getting played off the stage here?
No, but he said sorry about that wrong one.
Oh.
So I think
Nice.
The
Well, I
classic.
noticed
nice.
that.
Yeah.
If I dare say so, I noticed that we are really definitely having more than an hour here. Is that?
Oh,
cool,
yeah.
or-
Yeah.
We are about at 1:30, just about right now.
Somebody had to get to class, right?
I have to be at class by 2, so.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Cool.
So we're going to be rounding it out here then, pretty much.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do we have anything we could throw their way real quick, or should...
To close out?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Gosh, what would be a good closing song? Something.
If not, you could always come back. We wouldn't mind.
You could
Yeah.
go west. You want to do your go west?
Yeah, we could do that.
That's a good song.
That's a good
Let's go because that's
All
kind of
right,
like
let me-
It's going.
Yeah,
going
okay.
somewhere.
And
All
it's
right.
nice and short too.
Yeah, it's short. Let's do this one.
Okay.
This is a Kate song. Here we go. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you very much, our dear friends, for having us here today and being part of our lives and letting us be part of yours.
It's a pleasure having you.
More than welcome.
Yes, and also all of you out there, now you can see what you missed.
Yeah,
You can hear what you missed.
definitely.
That's the important
Plus
part.
and then some.
Right.
All right.
Are we still in tune? Right. Can you just get C major?
I think we're
That's
on.
pretty good. All right. 1, 2, ready, yeah.
go west,
when
you go west.
take me with you. I go west, gonna kiss my family goodbye, and I could write my love letter. I know it's gonna be alright. Whoa, when
You go west,
when
you go west, when you go west.
Oh, you know I'm gonna strike it rich. If you could find me 6 months later in a mansion or in a ditch. Whoa, when you go west, when you go west, when you go west, take me with you. I said when you go west, when you go west, when you go west, ooh, take me with you.
Yeah, a little
That was good.
That last few notes, those
Yeah.
were wow.
You know,
Yeah.
I struggled with it. I did some stuff that didn't really work, and then I had to work that part out. I'm glad. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. I haven't
worked.
workshopped
I
it
really
that
like
way.
it.
And I didn't catch if you did it. I like when she take me with you. It's
Take
the way
me with you.
yeah, she sings the way she sings it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's so cool.
That accent is nothing. It's just.
Oh, I like that.
It's just goofy.
I like it. It's nice. It sounds good.
Thanks.
Well, hey Kate,
Hey, 14. 14 for
you
you.
done it?
Yeah.
3 for me.
14.
Heck
All right,
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
One
First,
for
one
me.
for you.
Yeah, this has been.
Stephanie, let's give Stephanie a round of applause
Thank
for her
you.
first break in here.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So
Tim
thanks,
said
everybody.
good job too.
Hmm?
Tim said, well done with the interview, Stephanie.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
Yeah,
Oh,
Aw.
yeah.
he does
so,
care.
He does. That makes me so happy. Am I not fired?
yeah,
Everybody keep smiling
yeah,
and make it happen.
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in and doing this interview with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for listening. See you next time.
Bye.